right, the first attempt at this video got ruined because my dog busted out the front screen door and ran, and it took me over an hour to go find him. So we'll do this again. This is the Moerman carbonator, 16 feet, just like the Takumi, 8-foot locks, 8-inch locking sections. Wow, look at that. This thing is super light. I think it's 4 pounds maybe, or 3 pounds altogether. Insane how light this is. Seriously. Look how high that goes. It is so light. I think it might be lighter than the Takumi. I don't know. But this thing feels like nothing. That's insane. I don't think you understand the amount of control that this honestly gives you. This is made of high modular carbon fiber, and I literally asked ChatGPT, you know, what was a better carbon fiber pull, this or the Zero Trad? And literally it said that this design, unlike the Zero, will keep your pole from rotating. The only two things that it gave to the Zero Trad was for speed and rigidity, but this also had speed and rigidity. But then it also has more. It actually said that the button system was better on this pole as well than the clamps. So, you know, when you ask an AI generated computer based on, you know, the materials, it gave it to the carbonator over the Zero Trad carbon fiber pole. So it just gives you a little idea. And I've asked it based on the Moerman Pro Deluxe versus Orange Crush. And Moerman has higher premium products. Even AI knows that. These seriously are like premium products. You know, with this gel, with the small amount that you need, and the results that you get are unparalleled. You know, the fact that I no longer need to have a bucket in the back of my truck is another plus. Like, I don't have to use a bucket anymore. Like, literally the spray ray has replaced the need to carry a bucket. And you know, we're only a month in. It's been like 45 days or something like that using just Moerman, and I have a lot of their products now, and the efficiency, the speed, everything is just there in 1 month. So anyone who tells you that that there is something wrong with the liquidator, or, you know, they'll say, oh, only poles and blades can use the liquidator. I've seen that one too. You know, well, I guess I just became a glitch in the system, because you can add someone else now who can proficiently and efficiently use this. And there's plenty of guys who I've now made friends with in the Moerman Facebook group, who also really know how to use the liquidator and the Moerman tools. And you know, sadly, a majority of them are in the UK. You know, there's very few American window cleaners who haven't been deceived by the hype of, you know, the window cleaning distribution, you know, sales funnel that just floods all these American window cleaners, you know, algorithms, and makes them believe that tools that are not as superior are superior. You know, that's just it's the raw, real deal there. That's what's happening. But besides that, I want to show you this. This collapsed, right? 6 feet, 16 feet. I have to get the Moerman full-size angle arm. I get the mini on the Takumi, but I want to get the full-size one because I actually have a couple car dealerships who have really high windows, and on the inside they actually have really deep ledges. And last month when I did one of the car dealerships, I had to use my aluminum 24-foot pole, and I had no angles on it, and it was really hard. And now I'm super excited to show you what I can do with this carbonator. Fully collapsed, it's at 5 feet. The Takumi is at 3 feet. This pole goes up 8 feet. This pole goes up 16 feet. So you can see they really made some really nice compact designs. I'm super excited to get on the job with this carbonator. The Takumi quickly became my favorite pole ever. You know, I like that they have handles, but I really like the fact that this has rubber on the bottom, so it's not going to fall. It's just a really nice feel. It feels like a higher premium version of the Takumi. I know they have the Takumi Deluxe as well, which I might end up getting. It's because I fell in love with the Takumi so much. Literally, I fell in love with this pole to the point where it led me to start becoming Takumi series. So, you know, this pole really impacted me, and I seen the Takumi Deluxe, which is a mixture of fiberglass and carbon fiber, and at the price point of like $160, somewhere around there. I mean, you really cannot beat that price. I can finally take this pole out of my truck because it's garbage, and I didn't have anything, you know. Even when I had my zero trad, it only went up to 12 feet. This goes up to 16 feet, and then you add my height, and I'm gonna easily be able to do 2-story windows with this, you know, which is all I need. Anything higher, obviously I do water-fed pole work, but now with the spray ray setup, and once I get the gecko and the gecko pad holder, I can literally hook either up to this or up to my my water-fed pole. I can hook up the spray ray and turn this into a water-fed pole, and literally just use my Moerman gecko with the Fugu scrubbing pad to scrub the window while the pure water sprays over it. So, I mean, Moerman did an excellent job of not only making a beautiful carbon fiber traditional pole, but to double as a water-fed pole, and to be able to use the spray ray and the gecko with the Fugu pad. They did a great job, and you know, next time I have a water-fed pole job, I will demonstrate that. But I just wanted to show you guys. It's the carbonator, the Takumi, the spray ray. Absolutely love this case, by the way. So what I'm going to be doing is this 20-foot section that I now have, because I cut 10 to fit the Takumi. This 20-foot section is going to be going onto the 16-foot carbonator, and then what they do is they sell replacement parts, right? So I can get the base to this, and check this out. This pops right off. So all I need is the base on my carbonator, and I can just pop that pump off. And these are about 20 bucks. And then I can have a secondary one for the one in the carbonator. And just like that, I have 2 spray rays ready to go. And no matter big or small, I got my solution right here. I'll probably get a couple more bottles, and that way I can just fill them up and keep them in this crate. And I can always have enough water on hand to do whatever I need to. And because these are so small, literally a 20-ounce water bottle will fill this up to the max. So very easy, very convenient. You can fill it up right at the sink if you're in a restaurant. Easy stuff. You don't need I seen a review on it, and it was like that was about a third of the water, just what I used. And the guy was pumping it like it was a fucking super soaker. And I was like, dude, you're just trying to make this thing not look good. Going out of your way to fucking give a bad review on a product that you've never actually tried. It's disgusting. Really is. So that's why I'm here. Give you guys real reviews. Use all these tools for a full year, unlike any of these guys who are giving reviews on them. You're gonna listen to a guy who used the tool for a day, or you're gonna listen to a guy who used the tools for a full year altogether and showed you every single day how well everything works together as a system. That's a question I have for you. So it's up to you who you take your information in, you know what I mean? You got to be responsible for that. You want to take it from somebody who's using it day in and day out, or you want to listen to somebody who's a sales rep for a company who is trying to make money. That's up to you. But it's my 2 cents. This is the Moerman carbonator, and I hope you guys will honestly give it a shot. It's honestly, you can go to ChatGPT yourself. It's higher quality pole than your zero trad pole or any of the other traditional carbon fiber poles out there. So if you want to step up your traditional window cleaning game and use real premium products, this is the way to go.